Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CODM India Clash Challengers Final Season 1. It is going to be the grand finals. This is your boy CODM bringing you guys the show, and we are down to our last two teams. It's going to be Siu Esports and InX Esports going in at the best of 7 series, and the champion will be crowned by the time that this tournament ends. And a big shout out to as well to our tournament admins for making this event possible, to KSVK, to Nalan, Matrix, Simsy, and Major. You guys have been awesome and have made organizing this event super efficient, and I kind of let them go at it. Right, these are the best Indian managers that I have worked with, and you guys, if you guys ever wanted to have events and need someone to manage, I'll give you this is 5 team members that I have, and they will make it super easy for you guys to navigate around the tournament and just focus on the other stuff that needs to be worked on, right? But moving forward, let's take a look at our brackets here. On the playoffs, we had Hell Official and Team XY falling short and not being able to take home the championship spot by the time that this tournament ended. And Siu Esports and INX are here to absolutely try to run down the show. One thing more than likely we saw was that Siu Esports came in with more dominance as they are able to completely dominate Hell Official through a sweep on their best of 5 series. INX Esports had to go down to a map number 5 where we thought Team X was going to be able to run away with it, but still, they are able to pull it off and get that job done, and now they're out here trying to run away with the victory up against Siu Esports, who we have known in the community to have been dominant in the tournament, right? Taking a look at their Swiss stage, they have been 5-0. They have not lost any series during the Swiss stage, and there obviously gonna be a lot more information from them as they are more coherent in trying to find the trades when they're going up against squads most of the time, right? So it's obviously going to be Siu Esports, which is highly favored here. They haven't lost any single series and any single map here so far, especially at the playoffs where they steamrolled their quarterfinals match. They steamrolled Hell Official. Now, do we see Siu Esports go air with a 4-0 win, or will INX Esports be able to get at least, a map win, or even shock us by taking over the battle that we have here in this tournament, right? Let's take a look at our schedule before we even start here. Siu Esports, they got Septic as well as Smoky and Scab being able to light things up here for the squad. Now, for INX Esports, Beneath, Orewa, Maverick, and Levy has been insane when it comes to trying to spot those eliminations. But looking at the team's strength here at Siu Esports, obviously a more favored respawn team here. We saw INX Esports almost got lit top by one of the players from Team XY, which is Tenzi, who was scoring back-to-back 60 kills in hardpoint and was really turning things up in the control game mode. So I think that's where we have to see INX Esports to step things up a bit here, as Siu Esports will have their original roster to be playing here for the day. And a lot of these comments are thinking that, hey, Siu Esports is going to be able to dominate this battle, but we're going to check that one out here on this best of 7 series, because right now we are waiting for INX Esports' last player to enter the lobby, and we're going to be able to really check who's going to be able to be that #1 dominator in this competition. If you guys have been liking our tournaments here so far, make sure you follow our official YouTube page and as well as our Twitter for more timely approach. And if you guys are one of those players that are looking to try to find a team and host and play at esports community tournaments, make sure to check our Discord server down there in our description so that you have an opportunity to at least feel what does it look like to be playing up against this top tier competitions. Now let's take a look at our maps and modes and check out for ourselves who's going to be able to take home the battle here. Taking a look at our maps and modes here so far, Ashenda, Meltdown, Radiant, Apocalypse are going to be your first 4 maps in action, while Tunisia and Standoff or Firing Range will be the maps that will be played should we go down the distance. But looking at Ashenda Hardpoint, one of those traditional maps that will be played all throughout the 2023 season, right? I mean, a lot of these teams loves to play it. I mean, one thing more than likely to highlight here is that Godlike loves to play this map, and it's one of the maps that they utilize up against Luminosity Gaming back in the World Championship that helped them dominate the competition. So it is definitely going to be a big factor that these teams try to play it, and I hope that it stays in the World Championship map pool for 2024 because last time I checked the ESL map pool for the 2024 season, there was Kurohana Metropolis on S&D. Like, wow, that's so new. And I want to try that one out, right? But I hope that we get at least more favorable hardpoint maps. And I just want this Hacienda hardpoint to stay, right? But there's no point in trying to upgrade the game if you come and let the games and the maps be stale, right? So yeah, there's no more potential in that. So changing it up a bit is gonna be something that's really quickly adapted by the teams that I'm looking at the scrimmage. I mean, I want to know who's going to beat the Kurohana Metropolis Kings by the time this tournament ends. But hey, the games are all ready. Let's take a look at the battle here between Siu Esports and InX officials. Now, this will determine who's going to be able to take it home, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, this will be a delight match to have. And Siu Esports will be starting on the defensive side, while InX Esports will be starting on the red side. So talking about the respawns here, talking about the hard points, P1 obviously going to be the most scrappiest hard point to have in this map itself. So it's just all about trying to find a total map control while getting this high ground as well. And this is where the ARs are going to decide to run the show. So it's just important that you have those mid-map control as well as this top floor being controlled by your long-range weapons. And so far it has been back and forth, Scrappy Nats. It's going to be here. Trying to use the switchblade to play the objective for this squad. Trying to get this contest. Not kill a lot of time for Siu Esports to build up. As it's going to be completely hard to be able to get your way back here if you let them take it over. Siu Esports, again, have been the most dominant force in the community tournament and are looking to become one of those teams that every other teams have to really watch out, right? And yeah, let's take a look at this game. So we have here 7 seconds before this next hardpoint rotates. Simoki already able to build up onto a hunter-killer drone, and we'll be able to get that 2-piece with it as well. Nice investment for them. But look at the play coming through from the smokes that is deployed by the checkers, and that will open things up for Venom to enter inside the point. But his teammates needs to be there to play for those trades. Top can be there to stop that first of gunfights coming in from the checker side, and now they're going to be able to force this team to rotate over towards the garage driveway, and a lot more easier for Simoki to smoke them up once again. 7 in a row for him. And here comes the Predator missile, able to get built up. Also grants him information on where the players will be at, but it will take a nade to finally read him off of his position. But Siu Esports have already built up quite a massive lead when it comes to playing this lobby so far. They are steamrolling the competition here so far. A bit of a back foot. A start off the back foot here is InX Esports, as they're still down 2 line points. Can't barely reach the first double-digit mark that we have on the first 2 hard points, and that just puts so much pressure for them, right? Because Cav as well as Simoki, you can already tell that they have built up such presence when it comes to slaying here. Both standing with 11 kills for Siu Esports, 80-9 before we head on to P3. The MP system still gonna be locked in here for Siu Esports. Hardpoint's gonna open up, and that's going to be Venom inside of the point. With the DRH in hand, it's not gonna be able to work as he gets shot down. 80-10. Simoki able to line it up here once again. Smokes will be utilized by InX to close that distance down, and they're going to try to maintain the point here. But Maverick, they are going to get eliminated here as the team up is just insane for Siu Esports. At the moment, Olive able to find the 2 that will flush out the players from InX Esports through fences. And man, so much dominance that we are seeing here right now. When Scab decides to bring out the War Machine, able to find good value off of it, able to stop that bleeding coming in from the team side. And Siu Esports just continues to put in so much of these attacks, not even giving InX Esports anywhere around the map, any chance at spawning and staying alive for like the last 5 seconds once they spawn in. Oh my god, this is not how I expected it to be, right? I mean, this is the grand finals, and you see this kind of disparity in terms of this performance. And you kind of expected it for InX Esports. You have been lit up by Tenzi from Team XY at the semifinals game, where you had to go down to a map number 5 to be able to secure the game. But the problem here is that, InX Esports are completely going up against Siu Esports, who was one of our qualifiers, and was one of the teams that have managed to play at the CODM India Clash Season 1, where obviously they did get eliminated, but it showed that they had so much potential. They completely dominated the qualifiers, and they're doing the exact same thing at this T2 and this Tier 3 competition. And yeah, I mean, this is more than just a beating, right? This team might just be locked up for murder, as they're just, you know, getting all of these kills after kills. Finally, we see some multi-strikes coming in from Siu Esports, but I mean for InX Esports, but compare that to Siu Esports, man, it is minimal. Honda Killer Drone will be deployed, 148 to 17. Now you need to attack in multi-angles here if you're InX Esports. Maybe try to play through around beach to be able to get this lockdown inside. Finally, Benit is able to get there, but only to get that scrap time. 151 to 17, and Siu Esports are out here on a pilgrimage to try to take home the trophy and stand undefeated in this competition, in this tournament itself. First hard point gonna be locking in once again. We're going back into the mid-map, and this is where we saw, you know, tons of moments where Siu Esports was able to get to pull away and just managed to just get this amount of leads starting the first set of hardpoint rotation. And we do see at least some hold initially for InX Esports, but they cannot just get themselves to sustain their lives out there. And yeah, they're feeling the presence, they're feeling the pain, and now they're gonna get gunned down. And not exactly what you want to have to start the day off, as we see Siu Esports continuously change P1 up until P1 reset. Now this has been one of the best, if not one of the best performances we've seen so far by a team when it comes to rotating and securing the hardpoint hold and manipulating the spawns in Ascenda hardpoint in this competition that we had for CODM India Clash Challengers Season 1. Now P2 is going to open up. It's going to be your boys InX Esports inside, trying to break through from the bitch side. It's going to be Siu Esports. Simoki able to get themselves at least a piece there to be able to open up the hard point inside. It's going to be them. More players are going to be in for Siu Esports, but Benit able to find a two-piece, and Levi getting themselves inside. Finally, we see a hard point hold coming in from InX Esports. And you can see number 3 in Venom just holding down the back, spawning his team on his area. And that's the favorable spawns that they're currently holding, but you need to be able to sustain your life inside of the hard point in order for you guys to secure those points. But man, Siu Esports not really giving an inch of, you know, inch of advantage for this side of InX Esports, right? I mean, 3 members already in with 20+ kills. And looking at InX Esports, man, I mean, they gotta play perfect all throughout if they want to still want to get this victory, as they are trailing behind by a lot. 217 to 38. Oh my god. I mean, it's looking like it's gonna end up a 100-point club on the start of this map number 1, which is unexpected totally for the grand finals, as we've got the 2 best teams looking into play in this competition. 270 to 43. Again, we are holding it, and if you are Siu Esports, you are in deep trouble, as we are finally seeing at least InX Esports a hard point hold, but all it brings out the Predator missile, and that just melts the players inside of the hard point. And so Esports once again gonna be inside at top for a moment. That we have InX Esports trying to reverse back the momentum to carry over to their side, but it only took a 1 operator investment and 1 score streak in order for those hopes to be crushed. 10 more points for Siu Esports to take this game, and they will be heading into map number 2 with the lead on the overall series in this best of 7. And what an amazing engage that we've been seeing all throughout this map. And yeah, Hacienda Hardpoint looking like a such one-sided win, 245 to 48. We're still going to get 1 more hardpoint rotation, and that is for this team to fight for, right? But again, Oreo Maverick and crew, they are going to be contested inside, but they are all going to get gunned down. So Olive, who is going to be playing on the objective, will extend out to secure at least some of his players might be on rotation. But Siu Esports able to get that win, and they are going to be starting the day off with a huge, dominant win. More than just huge, right? Huge is an understatement. This was a murder. 100-point club serve at the grand finals map number 1. Siu Esports is not messing around. They want to get the job done as fast as they can. Looking at our scores, it is going to be Siu's Cab with the MVP with 28, 17, and 11. Now, Benit was doing great for the other side, but again, still on a negative KD, and none of the players from InX Esports able to finally get themselves into a position where they can really get a lot of the attacks. So gotta work it up, play that S&D better once we head back into that. But again, it's a great solid hold coming in for the side of Siu Esports. Take a look at that time that they have collectively, at least averaging 1 minute inside of the hard point. And if you allow a team to get away with something like that, you already know you're losing a lot of these gunfights. And they are just holding and soaking that point so much. So a bit of an overwhelming gameplay that we just saw there for the side of Siu Esports. They did not really wasted their time. They were very efficient in going in for these eliminations. Siu Esports able to get the first map of the day, and man, it is interesting to see what kind of version of Siu Esports are we gonna see on this S&D, because now it is their turn to pick the map. And actually the hard point was looking like a Siu Esports map pick, but in fact was an InX Esports map pick, and it was such a big dominant win, right? So we're heading into Meltdown right up next, and Meltdown again, it is a staple. It is one of the most iconic maps that we've had in Call of Duty Mobile history. I mean, most recently again, 7-0 from 7-0 by Godlike up against Luminosity was one of the highlights on this map. So I guess people will not forget that. I mean, it will be stamped forever in history, and I kept bringing it back because that's the only thing I remember up to recent, right? But again, Meltdown, you need to combine your long-range presence as well as your SMGs to be able to get the job done for you if you're trying to attack at the B side. But at the Pepperonis, if you're starting on the attack side, it is a lot easier to really dart your way in and score in tons of these positions. But yeah, we're heading into S&D right up next, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead for Siu Esports. 7 rounds of action. Overtime will be initiated. So these teams, if they ever do want to activate that, I mean, it is free for them to use. We want to see some good actions here for the squads. And InX Esports, I believe, will be taking the blue side, and we're going to be able to light it up right away. So we're not going to mess around any longer. We're heading into the game. Do we want to see, a very much closer gameplay here? Of course we do want to see. I want to see the Game 7 be played. I waited all week just to watch and cast the stream. So, yeah, I mean, I want to see how these guys will play it. So, let's get this game started. Map number 2, Meltdown. Siu Esports starting on the attack side, InX on the defensive side. Let's see how this game starts. Siu Esports, where do they want to take that defense if you're going to start it here? It's a very big question. On the attack side, it's going to be Siu Esports. Again, trying to get that attack onto A. And yeah, they already got a nice setup here. But one of their players gets stunned down by Aurora Maverick. So that's going to be nice shots being converted here. Beneath, trying to be that first one in after his teammates. Their first 2 teammates gets locked down. And Levi with the Tundra. First time we see it here live. I mean, it has made its debate that he's one of the best snipers out there. Even defeating the point of the Locust, as well as the DLQ-33. Siu Septic now trying to get this good test. Not getting hit those shots, but look at all of it's Kevin kill feed, able to take those 2 players. And Levy is the last guy standing. Oh my god, he got that turn on! Levi! He's got himself a 2P trying to clutch this up. Scav, again, this guy needs not to be a clutch plucker, and he's gonna win that 1v1 clutch. I remember something, alright? I mean, this was the same exact weapon he used to 1v3 someone in Express S&D a few weeks back, right? And man, it's nice to see him still utilize that. I mean, it's such an underrated weapon. It is like a freight train up close. So it's great that he's able to finally see and realize that it's one of the best things right there, right? But Smokey doing the first blood here on towards A site. Aurora Maverick, again, still the same mechanic. 2 players will be sent down here by InX Esports. The 2 members gets gone down. And now Siu Esports having the numbers advantage in the better position of the map. Olive holding down the enemy lines. You can see it's a multi-angle push being initiated here by InX Esports, with Beneath trying to make that play off the back spawns. Venom able to take down Septic, and that will make it a 3v3 situation all down to this gunfight right here. And now here comes the push. Last man heading here is Beneath. Not gonna get that kill, Simoki. Levi 1v1, and Levi gets the kill, and we got our round win for InX Esports. And yeah, we got that one through. A nice plays coming in there for Venom. I mean, he was the guy that was able to open things up. And Nat and his teammates, they could not really get inside of the A side, knowing that there was just too much player there for Siu Esports. And even though they lost at round number 2, they're still gonna take that A push here. Only one member sent out by Siu Esports, but they're still pretty confident they can go for that bomb plant. Scab able to take the first blood, and here comes the post plant retake, kind of all over the map here. Is going to be Siu Esports, but InX now trying to set up a push with Levy. Able to take down the one. Nat on the back, Top able to get a shot down. 2 members left on a mid map for the side of InX Esports, and Top is able to get that information, so Siu Esports know where they want to anticipate this player's location. They're looking over towards that mid map, but look at this number 3, Venom. Trying to make that long wrap around off the back. I mean, he might have been spotted here, but yeah, he still wins the gunfight. A 1v2 with 12 seconds left. He takes quite a miracle to do this. And yeah, Olive able to get that victory. Not much time there for InX Esports. And yeah, completely nice burn down there for Siu Esports, right? I mean, even though they lost round number 2, they still went in there, let that bomb kit, that consistency, and try to throw them off. I won't be surprised if Siu Esports decides to pull a B hit here on round number 4, which is exactly what's going to happen. And you can see 2 players from InX Esports heading down towards A. And damage has already been done. Olive, they take that first blood on the sniper nest. They also take down Nath. And just 3 members left for InX Esports to play this retake. The bomb drop in this B side. Planet is there as well. And Smokey gets one on the smoke. Thao confers Orewa, Levy. Last guy standing. 5 seconds. Thob on the left corner. Sniper nest. Battle between snipers. Top decides to pull out a SMG. And Smoky will be able to get that spot down and that elimination. Siu Esports gets 2-round lead here, heading into this one. A very interesting stuff that we're just seeing here right now. At the moment, Siu Esports definitely a step ahead up against InX Esports in terms of these rotations on the map. Now they're heading down mid. This time, this was unexpected. And you're completely trying to expect him to be by the corner and the entrance from the reactor. But they came in from that mid-map to go for a split attack coming in from the mid-entrance of the reactor. And that was an ace. Once again, a team ace. 3-round lead now for Siu Esports. Man, and these players are just playing the mind games. And InX Esports cannot figure them out. So that A side push now becoming a B side push here. 2 members going to be sent down here. This time by InX Esports. Thob going to be the first one in. Nat is going to get stuck down to 1 more player to worry about on his close range. And he takes that player down. Gives himself a double. And a 3-piece available for him. But the bait and switch will not work. And Levi able to take 2 players before getting taken down. Smoke's going to need to cover down Maverick's rotation. 30 seconds for him to rotate around B. I mean, I don't even know if you want to take this on a sniper nest. You got to be able to take down that stairs rotation, but kind of impossible if you try to take a look at this, as Olive has got the eyes on that angle. And a long-range presence going to be felt. Siu Esports, a 4-round lead that they have, and a lot of, you know, supporters for Siu Esports on this game. I mean, they have been waiting for this all this time. So taking a look at what's happening here, we're going to be switching the sides. You got to be perfect from here on. Do not give Siu Esports that match point. And you started all off nice with Levi taking that first blood. But Siu Esports is trying to hunt down the player on the admin building, and they're going to be able to be successful with that. But giving away a free plant on the A side is the cause of that rotation. Number 3 in blue, DRH in hand, Venom. Spots Olive down, but can I get that kill? Has got that information. And number 1, that's going to be Scab. Knockdown on the mid-map. Just 1 more player and Olive. And yeah, no hope for him to clutch that one up. InX Esports finally wins a round after losing 4 rounds straight. And Levy, man. He's been destroying these players and have been on a different level trying to get his eliminations. And I mean, you know, he's the only reason why this team is able to get those first spots and able to tie up the numbers in this battle. Right now on the attack side, they got number 3 in Venom trying to hold it down up top on the staircase. Septic is going to be able to shut him down. It's a 2v3 situation, still going to be manageable with Maverick able to get that kill. Making this a 1v2 situation though. Simoki has got that head glitch, can be, you know, a potential 1v1 clutch, but Scav off the back gets it to go. And Siu Esports built up quite a narrative here. Now at the match point. Ooh, an opportunity for them to go up 2-0 big time. Definitely upon their reach now. As they're completely steamrolling this competition at the moment. InX Esports starting off their bid, trying to go for that mid-map attack, but look at the rotation already for Siu Esports. Way behind enemy lines, they're all gonna get got down, but Simoki is gonna be able to spot down Mr. Levy. It's a 2v4 situation. Odds looking slim. Siu Esports almost about to take this win. Venom, last guy standing, is Nats. 1v2, oh my god, he's about to get punched, and that is how you try to end the round. Beat them down in-game and mentally. Siu Esports knows when to go in and play the mind games. They will be taking it over, and they will be advancing with a 2-0 lead on the overall series in this best of 7. Now, I want to see at least an extension of the rounds. I don't want to play this only 4 maps, right? We want to see more of these eliminations to come in from these players, but definitely not going to happen. Simoki able to get those 13 kills. I mean, this guy was just trying to get a lot of these eliminations. Not just in Hardpoint and Shanda, but in this S&D, he has been able to really streak up, and he reeks oil, man. And yeah, so Esports 2-0, looking like a quickie here. Ray is going to be right up next, special. It's going to be a Siu Esports map pick. Oh my god, this is not going to be favoring InX Esports, but the saving grace is that they have the defensive side. Immediate access over towards the kitchen side and the laundry side. So it's just all about maintaining that position on the map and letting your sub cook. And you don't want to be going around the map and be all over the place here. You need to be able to lock it down, secure your defensive sides, and work from there. And yeah, we're not going to take this one any longer. We're going to be heading into the game as fast as we can. And yeah, we need to see InX Esports act together as a squad, because this is totally a different beast that they're going up against. That you have played, you know, all towards the game number 5, going up against Team XY. So you are not foreign into playing the long game. So it's just all about keeping yourself positive and having that right attitude. Treat this as the first map. Like, get this one as a starting ground for you to be able to go and get that reverse. In order for you to get these eliminations, you need to play as a team, something that Siu Esports has been extremely good at. And InX Esports needs to try to break that, maybe through adjustments on their rotations. And when we're talking about those rotations, it's adjustments on how do they decide to go for that push. It has all been one-sided, taking a look at the first 2 maps that they played. So yeah, this is definitely going to be something that they need to do, right? I mean, they have to attack in multi-angles and maybe control that mid-map, especially when you're starting on the defensive side. Smokey, again, have been one of the best players so far in this grand finals, truly looking like the finals MVP of this competition. But yeah, starting the round off strong is going to be your boys from InX Esports. Aurel Maverick able to get the first 2 Ps, and yeah, an opportunity for them to go for a spawn trap is going to be important here. But yeah, it's almost going to feel like, again, they're going to start off the back foot, and then suddenly now they're going to be on the spawn trap maneuver. Top already in kitchens. These boys are spawning from laundry side. Easy way for Top to cook. One more player. Pistol going to be brought out, and Venom going to be in the gunfight. I'm surprised the guy did not pull the trigger there. You don't have enough magazines, but still, yeah, you have ample ones to go and take that player down. But Anyways, 21-21 is going to be the score. Septic going to be holding down the point, but going to get knocked down. Scab will be there for the trade. And the first wave of contest coming in from InX Esports on the B side is going to be failing. That's going to be their last attempt as well. Siu Esports is able to get that freeze, stacking it as fast as they can to be able to win through a capture on that. Adding a minute on the clock. Levy playing that scope. I mean, you're about to get completely overwhelmed here. Septic is able to find his way in towards spawn once again. It's 17-15. It's going to be quite rather close in terms of the live count. So it's just all about playing the objective here. Is this both squads. And Septic kills himself.
Smoke out.
40-13. Just 2 more segments for Siu Esports to get his attacks and take over round number 1. And you gotta prevent it for InX Esports. Stuck in spawns. 3 members go down, 4 members go down, and the spawn trap is gonna be locked in while 1 player from Siu Esports is gonna try to lock down the A side. Levi and crew about to make that push, trying to stop Smokey from getting attacked, but he keeps on winning this gunfight. And man, this is a win through capture. It's a huge salt to the wound for InX Esports, because once you lose your defensive side in a map like Raid, it's where things starts to fall up a bit and make it look like it's impossible to win the coming rounds ahead. And so Esports just played objectively there, showcased that they can also win their gunfight. It was a 10 kill margin, 10 live count margin on that round number 1. Operators are going to be brought out down on towards that mid map. So Esports going to try to make that push at the sculpture, and yeah, it's an immediate access again towards the spawns, and they will completely read off the first of contest coming in from InX Esports over towards this B side. So many action going on, but you can see the garage invasion about to start. Top with a 3-piece, and yeah, this is going to be insane. 21-28. The garage invasion has already ensued, and all of it's going to be here just waiting, looking for these members to rotate and just actually try to go for the eliminations. And man, this is kind of unexpected again for a team like InX Esports to completely get pummeled down in these gunfights. And Thab able to click quickly, get himself the Predator missile and an EMP system online as well, available for him to utilize, just in case things go haywire. But not gonna happen here, as they got total map control over towards B, and the A site is gonna be where they are kind of lacking in terms of defense, but they can immediately make up for that, as it's going to be the one closest to their spawns. The EMP system is now going to be activated, and Olive gonna make that push to stop that bleeding on here at the A site, and he's gonna be able to get that 2-piece. I mean, this is it, man. 21-3. Like, how do you even not trade at least half of that, man? Like, yeah, there's serious total insane map control that we're seeing for Siu Esports on this game. 19 seconds left. Levy, yeah, he's gonna get this cook, and they're trying to play objectively, but it's kind of too late now. And the Scav able to find the last 2 players. 2-0. Switching sides. This time, InX Esports going to be on the defensive side once again. I mean, that he's gonna have to play better, as he's only got 1 kill in the first 2 rounds. A lot needs to be changed here by these players to be able to get this comeback, right? I mean, looking at what is happening here, right? I mean, Scav is able to get those domination with the ground 5-5-6, able to get himself a 3-piece already, and a couple of players here at the Vans for the side of InX Esports. But man, again, looking at what's just happening here, Siu Esports is just getting way too much space in terms of playing this attack side. Always having an opportunity to play around the launcher section, which is supposed to not be given away when you're come playing time here at Control Raid, right? I mean, now it's 24-22, and yeah, Smokey brings out the operator. He finds one already. Can we see a 6 for 6? As his teammates are just trying to play for this objective, extending that clock to another minute. Venom gonna try to go for that contest. Smokey is not getting all of the shots converted, so Yeah, it is going to be a waste of operator investment. And that will open things up for InX Esports. So maybe try to clutch this up. Beneath, able to get one. Cannot get that second. 2 segments already done at the B side. Septic able to intercept the A site. And at this point, you're going to have to play for exit kills. InX Esports will be losing that B side. You're going to have to focus on this A. As they got a minute and 49 to defend as soon as that B side gets captured by Siu Esports. 2-0. What will be the score of the game? Push coming into play. Septic finds a double. Almost a triple, but again, the damage is already done. That will force his team to play that reset, and Top can bring out the equalizer anytime a player pushes. He's going to get that easy beam down, but as soon as I say that, Levy is able to turn them up. Get an elimination, and this one is a bit too close. 5v9 here this time. And Septic, again, one of the best SMGs in this community tournament that we got going in for India Clash Challengers. And pair him up with Smokey and Scab, have been, you know, insane in terms of those long-range presses with the AR and the heavy. They're definitely lighting things up. Scab swings on by the basketball court, but Venom breaks his ankle. And yeah, they're playing a game called Cat and Mouse. They gotta blow it down, but Venom shot down, and as fast as that, we got map number 3 already done. It is going to be a 3-0 for Siu Esports. Looking so lopsided here is this grand finals, best of 7. And I don't think we even are gonna reach map number 4. Map number 5, looking at the dominance that we're seeing for Siu Esports. And InX just trying to throw everything at them, but it is not connecting like they wanted it to be. And yeah, I mean, this is it. You know, Top with 29 kills, Olive with 22, Scab with 16, Simoki only with 9. I think he needs to step away from that Ogre and that Annihilator that he just brought in, because it definitely was not effective, especially that round number 3. Now let's head on over towards our next game. It's going to be at Hardpoint. Could potentially end up as the last map, looking at the dominance that we got from your boys from Siu Esports. Again, one of those standouts, potentially, you know, a super team in the making should they continue to grind and maybe fix their mappings, right? I think that's the only thing that needs to get changed here for these squads, and I think they are going to be ready, right? I mean, a coach definitely is needed for them to shine, and that's the only reason why teams get over towards the World Championship. I think the only team that have managed to win one was none, right? I mean, Tribe Gaming has a coach. Woes had a coach. You need a coach. Right? So, we're heading into Hardpoint. Apocalypse, I mean, a very snowball map. Not the best map to play around. As soon as you start losing those early rotations and those early hardpoint hold, it's where things get a little bit impossible for you to get that hardpoint break. So, yeah, here we go. It is going to be our final map that will be starting in a bit. Siu Esports, and an opportunity for them to win the first ever CODM India Clash Challengers Grand Finals. Do they want to throw it in just 4 maps and score another dominant win? Is the question as we head over towards our final game of the day, our final game of the season in this Grand Finals best of 7. Map 4 coming right up next. Siu Esports going to be on the defensive side. Again, we're going to try to fix things up on our in-game screen, but Siu Esports, they are leading 3-0 on the overall series, and InX have been having it rough. So you need to ask them to be perfect from here on out, as they have not been pretty good in finding this elimination. So yeah, it's just all about getting yourself involved in these gunfights off the start here. It's InX Esports, but Siu having a much better approach at this. Thop in a great position, using that smoke to his advantage to play his live out there, but finally getting a race by the players that is going to be intact there for InX Esports. Levy finally gets shot down, 24-2 on his first hard point, and still Siu Esports getting this all the way through. And the problem here for INX is that no one plays that objective, and no one plays it better than the objective players from Siu Esports. 10 seconds will be left, and even that is going to be contested. Siu Esports had the next hardpoint rotation, number 3 holding down the temple side, and InX Esports is to fight tooth to nail as they try to break this hardpoint number 2. It is going to be a one-sided hardpoint, and you need to be able to at least get yourself stacked into multi-angle attacks in order for you to be able to get this hardpoint, as well as flipping those spawns, which is going to be looking like impossible at the moment as they try to attack in only 2 fronts. Now they do flip that spawn. Look at number 5. That's going to be Nazi. Spawning down his players. And yeah, trying to go in for that push is INX, but they're going to be costing a lot of lives here, but they've already flipped those spawns. But Siu Esports still going to be inside at the hard point. It's kind of taking a lot of time for INX to be intact inside the hill, and that has bought time for Siu Esports to have some members inside of the hard point to contest it and not give this team any sort of time whatsoever. 70-4 is going to be the score of the game. Scab already bringing out the War Machine. And if another flip-up spawns is going to happen here. And yeah, INX Esports did not get a lot of points in this map. In the first 2 hard points on this map. P3 going to open up in 6 seconds. Early rotation going to be won over by Siu Esports Olive and Top. But little did they know that Venom is going to be up top, finding these eliminations and trying to maintain the top 4 control. But it's going to take more than that in order for you to be able to have that hard point broken into pieces. As we got Smokey, one of the best players that we got here for Siu Esports, trying to single-handedly flip that attacks and put them inside of the hard point. But yeah, not going to be working. So yeah, Smokey and crew, going to be hard to get these attacks to funnel down. 88-23 is going to be the score of the game. Levi with an annihilator trying to buy the team some time inside of the hard point. But multi-angle break here coming in from the side of Siu Esports as all it brings out the operator. Going to be able to hold the last 15 seconds. 100 kilogram will be invested there as well to find this hard points initially. It is going to be an insane break coming in once again. So we still have INX caught into a bit of trouble when it comes to scoring time inside the hill. Siu Esports going to be late on this rotation. Simoki will be the first one in land. And hardpoint opens up, and it's INX inside of the hardpoint. But Olive now about to break inside of the point. Max Stan is going to be taken down. And the hardpoint is broken just like that. 2 operators are going to be invested. And a Predator missile will be giving that information where exactly the push will be coming from. And they all take those players down, and now we got a split spawn happening for INX Esports. A lot more easier for them to go for a multi-angle attack, but a lot more easier for Siu Esports to go for that isolation, but turns out it favors the former. And yeah, finally we got at least 25 seconds for INX Esports to claim and maybe try to reduce that lead that was built up on the first 3 hardpoint sets that we got in this hills in Apocalypse. At 134 to 39. And yeah, the scrap time is still going to be contested by Siu Esports as we try to go for the hardpoint reset. We're going back in towards the mid-map. Siu Esports, they really want to get this game badly. 146 to 39 is going to be the score of the game. They want to end this in a dominant fashion. They want to get a 100-point club on this one to secure the championship. And yeah, we got the players from INX holding down the bottom side of the map. Beneath Vior, trying to find a way inside of the point, but again, the flood numbers inside and the operator investment from Scav, although will not work properly for him, right? 159 to 40 is going to be the score of the game. And yeah, I mean, this P1 supposed to be scrappy, but looking like a one-sided attack here, knowing that the gunfight is just a lot better for the side of Siu Esports. You see, on the other side of the team, INX Esports, they got 3 players still barely reaching 10 kills. Maverick with 8, Benit with 6, Max Tan with 5. And yeah, this kind of presence is missing and has been giving a lot of problems for INX Esports in maintaining their lives out there inside of the hard point and just getting themselves involved in these gunfights. Every time the kill feed lights up, it's always been blue. And that has been a problem. Because not only do they build up so much of this core streaks, but it speeds up all of their operator skills. Get that activation ready as fast as they can. And it's going to be a bad attempt here top. Putting salt to the wound. Just going in for the beatdown with the equalizer. Just pressuring everybody up, flipping those spawns over. And even with that, do we see a hard point hold for InX Esports? 20 seconds left here at this P2. And Siu Esports still utilizing their score streaks and their operators to maintain that pressure and not give InX that time inside the hill. No one is getting inside because there's so much trades going on. And with 20 more points left here for Siu Esports to take, I think we may have known and we may now have finally seen our CODM India Clash Season 1 Challenger Champions in Siu Esports. Hardpoint attempt break here being run. Septic able to find the players coming in up front, able to tank those damage. And now we got the last skill contest coming in for InX Esports. They got the hardpoint initially, but now it is going to be a quick flush. And Siu Esports prematurely going in and not getting anything in return. They'll be forced to play that reset, and a nice setup coming in for Maverick. Able to bring out the gravity vortex, but Olive now able to intercept the players coming in from the top. Simoki off the flank, spots Beneath, takes him down, gets the second onto Maverick. Not landed so far, but he spots at least 2 members in there. And hardpoint is going to be broken, and we got InX caught in the top left side of the map. 9 seconds is left. And you need to be able to play perfect from here on out if you're InX Esports. And Siu Esports again heading into P3. The P4 is going to be insane. How do they want to try to break this? Olive with 44 kills has got his power to work with. He spots down Beneath on the outskirts. And I was about to closely push it in. A pinch play maneuver about to be initiated. And one last member in yellow, in hardpoint in the rocks, is going to get taken down. And Olive able to find at least 3 players there. And we got your CODM India Clash Challengers Season 1 champions in Siu Esports, taking it over and winning in just 4 maps in this competition. And Thao played a big factor off of that, and Olive is there as well to keep these gamers intact and get these eliminations. And yeah, we're gonna have to insert top in this graphics, but hey, a big shout out to Siu Esports for going undefeated in the CODM India Clash Challenger Season 1 Swiss stage and the playoffs. They were untouched. 3 zeros, 5 zeros, 4 zeros everywhere. And yeah, expect this team to go to places should they continue to rally up all of their gameplays in the coming esports events we're gonna have in India for sure. There is going to be the SBS Masters that we're currently waiting for an update for, and hopefully there will come a time where we're finally going to be able to see them play up against the big dogs in Call of Duty Mobile India region. And that will wrap things up, you know. That will put to an end on this amazing event that we hosted here in the CODM Clash GG page. Once again, this is Cali Gaming, and a big shout out to our tournament admins for making this event possible for us to cast, right? KSVK, Nalin, Matrix, Sipsy, and Major, and to our amazing, you know, people in the community. If you guys are interested to play in, you know, all of these elimination games that we have happening along in Tier 2 and Tier 3, where you got a chance to prove yourself, you guys are welcome. Just make sure you check our description box to be able to get an invite on our official Discord server. But this will be coming to an end. Hope you guys like that grand final setup that we have here in Call of Duty Mobile CODM Clash GG. And with that brings our farewell. A big shout out to our amazing admins. A big shout out to Mr. Romero Mohammed for sponsoring our CODM India Clash Season 1. And yeah, this is your boy Cali Gaming bidding farewell. See you guys on to the next one.